All right, what's up, guys? Gabe Cupps with Ohio State men's basketball. I'm gonna have ChatGPT ask me some questions, and I'll answer them for you guys. So hopefully that gets some different information. I'm just gonna say, come up with some questions that someone would ask about a college basketball player. All right, so college says, what college do I play for? I play for Ohio State. I play point guard. I'm a transfer from Indiana, so this is my first year at Ohio State. I was initially recruited out of high school by Ohio State, and they were in my top three. It was between Indiana, Ohio State, and Stanford were my top three coming out of high school. Coach Diebler, who's the head coach now, was actually an assistant for Ohio State at the time, and he was kind of the one that led my recruitment. So I had a pretty good relationship with him already when I entered the transfer portal. How long have I been playing basketball? I mean, ever since I can remember. My dad is a high school coach, and so I spent a lot of time when I was younger just being in the gym at his practices and stuff. What made me choose Ohio State? I would say the relationship with Coach Diebler was definitely a big part of it. But other than that, being closer to home was definitely something that was important to me, only being, about an hour from campus is where my parents stay at. So being able to see them on an off day, if they want to come have lunch or something, that's been great to do. What inspired me to start playing basketball? Like I said, probably my dad, just being around his teams, his high school teams, and, him coaching. Our family has just always been around basketball. So, it's just kind of what I picked up and, what I chose to compete with. My major at Ohio State is finance. I was an entrepreneurship major at Indiana, and they didn't have entrepreneurship at Ohio State, but a lot of my credits transferred for finance, so decided to stay in that business realm, and finance. How do I balance academics and athletics? It's definitely something that you get better at as you kind of go through it. This is my third year in college, so you get better at just managing your time, and I always try to get my academic stuff done early so that I can really just focus on basketball and not have anything to worry about when I get home after practice. What motivates you to keep improving? I would say what motivates me to keep improving is just so I can keep inspiring younger kids, that anything is possible if you really put your mind to it and, work extremely hard. And, I think God gave me a gift of playing basketball, and, it's my job to try to lead people back to him with how much time and effort I put into it. How do I stay mentally focused during tough stretches? I would say, the biggest thing is to just keep going. Chop wood is something that my dad always says in his high school team. So, there's going to be times when you don't see progress or, when you feel like you're going backwards. But if you just keep swinging and keep chopping, eventually the tree is going to fall. So, a lot of it is just, getting back in the gym if I'm going through a tough stretch, but then also just talking with people that are close to me and, want what's best for me. So I'm talking to my mom, my dad, sister, grandparents, some of my closest friends, like just seeing what they think about it. Talk about a little bit about the team this year. It says, how would you describe your relationship with your teammates? I feel like this team is definitely one of the most special teams I've been on. Even though we haven't played a game yet, I feel like all of us are super close and want what's best for each other. But I mean, everybody hangs out with each other, and like everybody can accept criticism and coaching well. So I feel like that's really helped us come together, and I think that'll help us be as successful as possible because we have talent. Everybody in the Big Ten is going to have talent, but it's just whoever can come together the most that's going to be able to really do something special. My favorite memory with our team so far, I mean, I feel like there's so many memories already, just in practice and stuff that we're going to look back on when we're older. Just competing against each other every day. It gets super competitive, and we talk trash quite a bit, but at the end of the day, like, we all know that we're just trying to improve and trying to get each other better so that when we play somebody else, it can be we can be at our best to try to beat them. Trying to think what else. It says, what are your goals after college? I mean, my ultimate goal is to play in the NBA, but play professionally at some level. But ultimately I would like that to be the NBA if that's what God's plan is for me. One thing that I hope to accomplish before graduating, I mean, I haven't been to the tournament yet, so I definitely want to get there, and I think we will this year. And then just, I think, winning a Big Ten championship and having a deep tournament run is all you can ask for. Just give yourself a chance, give the team a chance to make something special happen. My pregame routine. So I listen to, certain songs before every game, but I would say like my biggest pregame routine is my wrist tape. So I put tape on my wrist, and then I go through and I write on the wrist tape just initials of people that have helped me get to where I'm at, just so I can remember who I'm playing for. And I feel like that helps me really play as hard as I can, and not to take the opportunity that I have for granted, because all these people in my life have helped me get here, and I wouldn't be here without them. Let's see. We can talk about my day today. So I woke up, went and worked out this morning, did a little bit of recovery, went to eat breakfast with Tilly, Yvonne, and Braylon. And then I came back home, did some homework, took a quick nap, woke up, did a little bit more homework, and then went to the gym. We had a little Bible study with our team and Tom, and then we had a lift. Our lift today was a bunch of core stuff, a little bit of a lighter day in the weight room, but still a ton of core and soft tissue rolling and stuff like that. And then we went to practice, played a bunch of live stuff in practice, simulated some end of game stuff, end of half stuff, just so we can execute down the stretch. And then coach spent some time like just drawing up plays, so we could get better at executing out of timeouts and out of halftime and stuff like that. And then we each shot after practice, and then went to our stretch after practice. We always stretch after practice, and then we go down to the locker room. One group goes to Christy, who's our nutritionist, to get our post-practice meal, and the other group goes in the cold tub, and then we switch. And yeah, we had Chipotle after practice today. So I came back home, got on FaceTime with my girlfriend for a little bit, and then ate, and that's about it. I'm going to do a little bit more homework after this, and then go to bed. Wake up, got practice tomorrow morning. I think we lift at 11, I want to say. I'll double check, but yeah, I'll be on here, going live a couple more times in the next couple months. So let me know if you guys have any questions for me that you want me to answer in the next time.